Pickdogs.com. Of course, I got the Puck Dogs with me. I'm going to broadcast this show all over that place today, man. We're going to let the sports chat crowd see what we're all about as well. I don't think we broadcast this show on sports chat at all. So I'm going to do it. Why not, right? Of course, we do free picks every single day. And our... well, I was going to say we also have premium picks, but really we don't. I do, but these guys don't. But they will. And Rod Zawacki, the king of the birdcage. He's getting famous, super famous. He's going to shave his beard and start modeling, saying, do you chicks think I look better with the beard or without the beard? He'll have it like halfway down his face saying, without. He's like... people start changing, you know. They start becoming famous and making money, and all of a sudden they change. It's like me. I'm the guy at the golf course that, oh my God, true story. This is a true, 100% true story. Okay, so when I lived in Chicago, like right before I moved to Hawaii. So I was doing pretty well, you know. At that point, I was buying a home in Hawaii, right? It's like I was doing pretty good. And I'm working at the soup kitchen. I try and always give back to the community in some way, whether it's working with beginning bloggers on the internet or working with the homeless or the animal shelter or something. I always try and do something, try and do the next right thing. I'm working at the soup kitchen in Chicago. I shit you not. I go in to the woman who's organizing the event, and I never met her before, right? And I'd worked at these things before. And I'd never met her before, though. And she says to me, if you'd like your bowl of soup, you sit at the table and we'll bring it to you. I swear. True story. So it's like, And you know what? I just said to her, I'm here to volunteer. And she says, fine. I didn't make like a big stink or anything like that. But it was like, that's how little I've changed. It's like I feel I'm somewhat the same. I know I drive a nicer car and I have nicer stuff. So I'm not going to sit here and lie and say anything. Anyways, kind of got sidetracked there. I'm sorry, but we will get to, what was I talking about? Someone just sent me an insulting message. Nothing to do with you guys.
I think we were just finishing up
getting confused for somebody who needed soup.
All right, let's just get to some games. We'll come back to it. What did I say, Rod? What was I doing?
You were talking about your story in
soup kitchen.
I'll have to rewind and we'll pick it up tomorrow. Couldn't have been that important.
I think you were just finishing up the soup kitchen story.
Oh, all right. Well, I'm the same person that I always was. I just have nicer stuff. And I'm not going to lie and say no. Yeah, I'm exactly the same. I have my same pickup truck I had then. No, I don't. I don't. I know that. I don't. I'd be lying if I said it. But I'm certainly the same person now. I definitely always say the wrong thing at the wrong time to the wrong people. 100% of the time. Pretty good at that. But some people find it endearing.
You just don't have the filter. Some people have the filter, and some people don't have the filter. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that.
All right. So someone asked what kind of irons I play. I'm still playing the Ping Blueprints. Same ones that I said I was playing. Here's my 3-iron right here. I play Ping Blueprint irons. They are orange dot, It's 2 degrees flat. I use I have on here on these I have UST recoil 80s with an F4 flex, which is basically a super light shaft that's stiff. Anyways, let's get to the hockey games, man. Enough of this stuff. I'm all over the place, man. Doing conversation. So NHL. Oh man, some guy's insulting me. Flyers, Blue Jackets, Penguins, Maple Leafs, Canadians, Red Wings, Senator Sabres. Chris, get to it. I'm going to finish this conversation over here because I'm going to tell you right now, it's going nowhere. Anyways.
All right. We'll start. I like Philly laying the 155 against Columbus. It's a steeper price I normally like, but I think this is a one-goal game, and I don't know if it's going to come in regulation. I just like the way Philly's been playing at home. Columbus has solid goaltending, but they just can't get the wins together for some reason. So until you see it sort of turn around, I'm on Philadelphia. I also like Pittsburgh laying the minus 140 against Toronto. Toronto just looked flat against Buffalo, and they could come out firing here, but until I see it, I need to see it happen against a pretty good team in Pittsburgh, and it's not. I don't think it's coming tonight. I think Pittsburgh wins 4-2, 4-3. It could have even win in overtime. I'm not sure, but I like Pittsburgh here. I like Buffalo minus 120 against Ottawa. Again, Ottawa for me just providing no value, and as much as I've been knocking the Sabres lately, they've been picking up wins, and like I said, they steamrolled Toronto last time out. So I'll take Buffalo minus 120, and I'll take over 5.5 in the Montreal Detroit game. I'm not chasing minus 180 with Montreal when they've lost 4 straight, and Detroit's the same team they've been all season. So I'll take the over here, which what looks like a relatively low total for two teams with some major defensive issues.
Rod, what are you thinking? What do you think about the games? Not what are you thinking? And that was a loaded gun. I'm not letting you even go. I'm not even letting you go there. Rod, what do you think about these games?
Columbus their injuries have definitely caught up to them. They've definitely been sick. And the Flyers are a pretty good team at home here. I think Hart will be in goal, and he's been playing really good lately. Give me the Flyers to win in regulation at even money, and I'm going to sprinkle a little on the Flyers on the puck line. Toronto at Pittsburgh. Uh, I think playoffs. Give me Pittsburgh here. Pittsburgh in regulation, plus 110. I'll take that. And Montreal and Detroit, I'm going to go opposite of Chris. I'm going to go under here. Um, there's no way that Detroit's going to put Howard back in that net. I think Bernier gets the start here. And I wouldn't be surprised if we see Price in net. I see like a 2-1, 3-1 game here for Montreal. Give me the under 5.5. And Buffalo and Ottawa, give me the home team. I'm going to take Ottawa here with the plus money. I definitely do not trust Buffalo on the road. They play their better hockey at home. I'll take Ottawa here at home.
Okay. We have our second tier of games. We have somebody asked me a question on the last show when I'm going to do my NBA picks for Thursday. It's like there's not any lines on those games. I meant to answer that question. I hit the exit, but there's not any lines. Rich, what kind of irons you playing? I play blade irons. I'm not a huge hitter. I hit 7 iron about 150 yards. I hit a 6 iron about 163 ish. So I'm not like a gigantic hitter. So I need to play blades so I can drop the ball in there and get it close. I know a lot of people play the cavity backs because they can just crush the ball, and it's like when you hit it that kind of distance, really all you need is a good sand wedge, you know. But it's like for me, it's like I need to be able to hit a 6 and you know, a 6-iron fairly close. I play from pretty far back, so it's like it's rare that I get to play those holes. There's always a few holes like that, right, where it's driver 9-iron or something, but it's like it's rare for me. It's like those are few and far between. It's mostly 6-irons, a lot of 6-irons, 5-irons, 3-irons, 4-irons. It's like I have to hit a lot of the bigger irons. But the Blues are minus 238. Nashville minus 124 against Carolina. It seems like Nashville's playing a lot of games, and the Winnipeg Jets as well. Is it a back-to-backer for Winnipeg here, Rod? Is that what that is? Didn't they play yesterday, like last team to play yesterday?
No, it's Tampa, Colorado.
Oh.
They played on Sunday. Sunday the Jets played.
Same thing. It all starts to run together.
Yeah,
Oh, go ahead.
That's all right. Go. You're switch it up.
Okay. For me, Canes at Nashville. Carolina's just they love beating up Nashville. They're 7-1 the last 8 games in Nashville, and you're gonna give me plus money. Give me Carolina. I'm even gonna sprinkle a little bit Carolina on the reverse puck line. They might be able to beat Nashville by 2. I see like a 4-2 game there. And the Blues. What can we say about the Blues? They've just been slumping. And I sure don't. Give me New Jersey here. I'm going to take New Jersey plus 1.5. Just because the Jersey's been playing good hockey, or not great hockey, but they've hung around in games and snuck a few wins in there. And the Blues, until they wake up from this horrible slump. And the Kings traded off another piece. Their Kings are done for the year. I don't think they're looking to win anything. So the Jets need this game more. Give me the Jets. I think they win this game like 4-1. Give me the Jets on the puck line.
Yeah, for me, for that Winnipeg LA game, it wasn't just a big piece. It was their top goal scorer, Tyler Toffoli. He's got 18 goals this season. So yeah, LA's a seller now. They're done. I'm gonna go on Winnipeg in regulation minus 110. Put a little bit on the puck line as well. I didn't check that, but I put down Winnipeg in regulation. I'm gonna go the opposite though. I like Nashville minus 125. Carolina's had a lot of success in Nashville or against Nashville. They only play each other twice a year, so I don't try to read too much into that. And Nashville started to surge at the right time. They've won 3 straight coming into this one. Carolina hasn't been great on the road, so I'll take a shot at laying the minus 125 with Nashville here. And I'm not the kind of guy to chase minus 238, but I'll lay the puck line with St. Louis here. I'll lay the minus 1.5. I think this is the game where they kind of just put their foot down, say enough is enough, and New Jersey isn't much of a world. They've been playing better, but they're not a world beater. And I think St. Louis just comes out firing here and rips the head off. So I'll take St. Louis on the puck line.
Sounds good. All right, I'm going to join the show now. I'm kind of like doing 2 different things. I have some people that want numbers on our web properties. And I don't know what the hell they want, but I have no problem sharing that with them. They have a checkbook, which I think these guys might. Anyways, got a pretty good college basketball card. Not one of our mega cards or anything. And it's Tuesday, right? So this is like the Tuesday card. Monday's always like the 3 or 4 games of teams that you heard of. You know, a bunch of games that only we've heard of, right? And it's very small, tough. I never do well on those Mondays, man. I never do. You know, it's like Monday, it's like you're forced to pick games that I wouldn't even normally give out a free pick on, you know? It's like, I don't know, you know? It's like, I'm doing the best I can with what I have. And I got crushed on the YouTube comments yesterday. I mean, absolutely destroyed. Once again, people claiming that I picked 20% on the videos. It's like, if you're going to say that I picked 20 or 25%, you got to go through every video and say what my overall record is. And that's fine. I mean, if it is 20 or 25%, then I'll stand in the camera and say, yeah, I'm picking 20 to 25%. But if you're going to just come up with a random number, you gotta back it up with some data, you know. So, anyways, I think that Ayers has the wrong idea here. These guys aren't clowns. These guys are people that are interested in a partnership with us, which could be gigantic. These are people that with billions of dollars. So it's not clowns. It's like these are, well, they might be clowns. I mean, I don't know them personally, but they're people that are looking to invest in us and to help us grow our business. So that's why I let these guys talk about hockey, and I'm trying to do two things at once. They have no idea I'm on live. You know, they don't know. Anyways, we're broadcasting to Sports Chat Plays today, as well as to Pick Dogs. I'm not picking 95%, but that's for sure. Chris, how many games you like today in this college basketball thing?
1, 2, 3, 8.
8? How about you,
Ooh.
Rod? All of them?
Oh
Kansas.
no,
Rod says Kansas.
Kansas on Saturday. Come on, let's go.
Rod's like,
They're playing Baylor on Saturday. I can't wait. I'm excited.
Rod's
Is it
like,
Saturday yet?
Rod's like, there's 5 days before the next Kansas game. I'll lay 5.
I like 6 games today.
All right, I like them all. So, Chris, why don't you give us your first 4?
All right.
I'll give my opinion as we go. We'll let Rod do his 3. We'll come back through me again, and we'll go back to you and kind of go around in a circle here. Let's get your first 4.
All right, so the first one I like Akron laying the 8 against Western Michigan, and it's a big number on the road, but Akron's done it before against better teams. Like they beat Central Michigan by 13, beat Miami, Ohio by 20. They beat someone else in conference by 20 plus this year. Eastern Michigan on the road, so I'll lay the 8.5 with Western Michigan. I just think Akron's the better team. I'll lay the -4.5 with Buffalo against Ball State at home. Buffalo, we've talked before, their defense is not very good, but the problem is that Buffalo can score points in bunches, like we saw against Toledo, where they were up by 24 at the half, still covered by 6. They won by 16. I think Ball State's in a world of hurt here. I don't think they can keep up with Buffalo, so I'll lay the points with Buffalo here. I like Ole Miss laying the free point against Missouri. Missouri picked up the win against Auburn last time out, but overall they've had scoring issues for much of the season. Ole Miss comes in and covered 7 straight. Coming to this one, they held their own against Kentucky. I think they can carry on and pick up a win in Missouri here, so I'll take Ole Miss with the free point, and I'll take Wisconsin -4 against Purdue. Just like the way Wisconsin's been playing, especially at home. Purdue, I'm not the biggest fan of on the road, especially against the number. I just think the home dominance trend continues for the Big Ten here. So I'll lay the 4 points with Wisconsin.
Yeah, Purdue stinks on the road. I'll throw that in. And I will say that I don't think the books are going to let us continue to waltz with Akron on the road. I'm just a little concerned about that one. It's like they're basically just saying, all right, we'll just let Akron continue to blow through point spreads on the road. And generally, when you see a run like that, all good things must come to an end. And that's what I'm concerned about with Akron in that game, and why it's not something that I'm looking at, even though Spread Knowledge seems to really like it too. I think that also, so someone said on here, one of the comments, and I should start putting the comments up here on the board. I do like putting them up, but it's a free pick, not a deadlock, and that's basically what it is with my video picks. I mean, what people need to understand, or at least what I hope you understand. You don't need to understand it. What I would like you to understand, it's like if you don't understand it, well, you'll just have to live and either come or go as you please, and throw darts at me from an anonymous, hide under the bridge and just, pop out to throw darts at me and crawl back under. We're not going to say the 4-letter word that person is, but 5 letter word. Starts with a T, ends with an L. But basically those videos that I do, and really all the free picks on our site. Well, the free picks on the site is every game, every day, regardless of how we feel about it on both of our sites. Same thing, just different people's opinions on both sites. The videos, I just go over all the games on the card that I think people care the most about. I have the physical ability to do X amount of videos a day. Some days it's 40, some days it's 20, some days it's less than that, some days it's more than that. But, most other websites, they don't have one person, they don't have a team of people that have the ability to do that many videos, okay? I just happen to do it really quick, and I got a new setup in there. I'm going to be able to do even more, okay? I got news for you. I did last night's videos in about 60% of the time that it's been taking me to do the videos. But I just pick out the games that are the most popular games on there, and then I start with those, and then I try and go into the ones that might be fringe, like UNLV, Colorado State. People might care about that because it's a 10:30 start, and the last game before that is at 9 o'clock, and there's no game after it. So, all right, I'll do a video on that game. But it doesn't mean I love the games, It just means that these are the ones that people care about. And here's my opinion. Instead of you sending me an email, instead of you guys, sending me an instant message on Facebook, I'll put out a video on it and the world can see. This is what I think about this game. At least what I thought about it last night before I went to bed. So that's really what that is, It's really what it is. But actually, my premium picks and I think the spread knowledge picks are the best picks, are my best bets. It doesn't always work out that way, but those are the ones that I'm betting, so are my premium picks. I might bet a couple other ones too, but usually those are the ones that, as Rod says, and in the earlier show, these are the ones we love, right? And I say it. I love. I don't forget who it was the other day, but we love San Diego State, right? Love San Diego State, because in the comments they're like, I'll say San Diego State's gonna lose, right? And the more comments that were on it, the more loves we threw at it. It's like, if the world hates it, I generally like it. If the world likes it, I generally hate it. I mean, it's a pretty simple formula. Rod, what do you like? What three are you? What? Give us your first three. Any of them cross over with Chris's games here?
Yeah, the first one, or the Akron game. I love Akron. Give me Akron here over Western Michigan. 8-1 ATS. Their last 9 road games. I ain't gonna get in front of that train. Give me Akron -8. Another one I
Lucky
like.
Penny likes Akron as well. Tails on that one.
Akron too.
Yeah, the Lucky Penny. I just flipped it. It came up tails, which is road team.
But I
I got to have something to do while you guys are talking. I sure as hell ain't gonna live. I'm just kidding. That didn't sound right, did it? That's only hockey. I do this during hockey.
For me, Davidson at St. Joe's. I'm looking at here. Davidson last time out, it came out and whooped up on St. Bonnie's. They looked real good doing it. I'll lay this giant number with Davidson on the road to beat St. Joe's. I think they come out and just keep rolling. They look like a team on a mission here. Give me Davidson. I got it at -11.5, and I think it's now up to like -12.5 in places. Another one I'm looking at here. Illinois at Penn State. Give me Penn State at home here, -6.5. Illinois is 1-3 ATS their last 4 games. Penn State 7-1 ATS their last 8 games. They're just playing the better basketball. Give me Penn State here at home.
I like Penn State also. I like the way the Nittany Lions are playing. Illinois has been a pretty tough customer this season, but we've also seen them in these type of spots. They're up against a little tougher customer. Chris, you want to go to your next 4 or see?
Yeah, we'll do my next 4. Either or. I'll do my next 4. I like Dayton laying the 3 against VCU. Now, this is probably one of the tougher tests for Dayton in this A10 schedule, but you know what? Dayton's passed all the tests so far up to this point. VCU hasn't been great against the number, even at home as well. So I'll lay the 3 points with Dayton here. I like Kentucky plus the 2.5 against LSU. You know, Kentucky was caught looking ahead a little bit against Ole Miss, but I think that was because they were looking ahead to this game. You know, LSU's been great at home. The problem is I've learned this season that anytime you can get points with Kentucky, normally should probably take them, at least just based on a value standpoint. It's come through more often than it hasn't, so I'll take the 2.5 with Kentucky here. I like Baylor minus 3.5 against Oklahoma. I know the line's probably low because Oklahoma gave Baylor a bit of a scare when it was in Baylor this season. I still think Baylor's the way better team here. Going on the road, that's not going to change. I think Baylor wins this one by at least 7 or 8. So I'll take Baylor minus 3.5, and I'll take Colorado State plus 1 against UNLV. You know, a lot of the focus in the Mountain West, rightfully so, has been on San Diego State, but Colorado State's been sneakily playing some great basketball of their own. I think 8-2 in their last 10 games. Since the new year, anybody but Utah State they've been beaten up on. I don't think that changed against UNLV. UNLV's inconsistent, so I'll take Colorado State plus the 1 on the road.
Looking at Florida State and Pitt, I haven't heard either of you guys mention this thing yet, but this is a revenge match too. Florida State has 4 losses all season. One of them was at Pitt. That was early this season. Okay, I knew this was going to be a good Florida State team. They're way better than I thought they were going to be. Because normally they look good, they have all these long athletes, and then they choke, you know, against the team that they should beat. Or, you know, we see them struggle against teams that they should beat easily. But we haven't seen that all that much from this Florida State team. The only time that we've seen that bad stumble was against Pitt. All the other losses from Florida State, when you look at the Noles, outside of that Pitt loss, which was like the second game of the season or the first game of the season, right? If you look at all the rest of the Florida State losses, at Duke, at Virginia, and at Indiana, right? So 3 road games. Well, all their losses have been true road games, not even neutral siters. They've all been true road games. One of them was Pitt, okay, at Virginia, which I don't care how good or bad Virginia is, a lot of teams lose at Virginia. They do, you know. I don't care, man, if they're like the national champions or if they're 17-14. A lot of teams lose at Virginia, and it will always be the case. And as long as Tony Bennett is there, at least, right? At Duke, they lost by 5, getting 7.5. I don't think we can hold that against them, you know? You guys know I'm from Miami, so I'm not a Florida State person. But this team went through a stretch where they couldn't cover anything. But they also went through a stretch where they played 4 out of 6 road games. You know, when you look at their last 10 and you look at the record against the spread in the last 10 and everything like that, yeah, they didn't cover these games because they were on the road. They lost outright to Virginia. They didn't cover at Notre Dame. Winning at a conference, they beat Miami in overtime. I mean, winning conference games on the road is no gimme. You know, it's never a gimme. Never, ever, ever. Ask West Virginia when they went to, what was it? When they got that Kansas State game or something. Ask them. I mean, they got whooped. They got slaughtered. I mean, it happens, you know. Road games, I mean, it's not like they're playing at Texas or something, you know, where it's like you just go in and have some ribs and call it a day, right? It's like, I mean, we're talking like, you know, Duke, you know, Cameron Indoor. I mean, the toughest 3,000 seat building in the world, right? I mean, there's no tougher 3,000 seat building. It's like, yeah, we're going to play. Oh, their gym's only got 3,000 seats or whatever. It's like, I mean, how many seats are in Cameron Indoor? It's got to be like 3,000 or something, right? It's like tiny. I mean, it's not like the Dean Dome or anything, right? Does anyone know how many seats are at Cameron Indoor? Cameron Indoor.
9,300.
How many?
9,300.
9,300?
Yeah, it's a capacity.
They must have expanded it. 9,314. Rupp Arena has 23,500. The Dean Dome, 21,750. And Allen Fieldhouse, 16,300. I'm going to guess that they expanded this arena. Is my guess. Yeah, they just renovated it in 2009.
Yeah.
So, but I believe the building. Oh, actually, it originally that includes standing room.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Yeah.
8,800, including standing room for that capacity. All right, that makes sense. But let's just say it's not as big of arena as everybody else plays in. As much, and it's. I don't think anyone would say that that's not a tough building. Anyways, I just think the Knowles get some payback here. I just think they're too good not to.
I like Florida State. It's just a big number.
It is a big number. It's 11 points, double digits. I mean, let's face it. You
And
know, it's like their football coach doesn't get fired for no reason. You know, they couldn't score points. What else you like? Who's up? Chris?
No, I'm done.
You done? Your
Yep.
history?
History.
Tapping out? Little Kentucky LSU for you? Sir, would you like a side of Kentucky LSU with that, Neil?
Oh, I had Kentucky on there.
Yes, I would like Kentucky with that. Rod?
Yes.
Rod,
Yes, I would
Maryland
like
at
some
minus
Kentucky.
12 and a half now. Bargain City.
with a side Kentucky with the side of money line.
Exactly. Give me some of that. Kentucky 4-1 ATS, LSU 1-4 ATS. Give me Kentucky here.
Where's my stack of chips? Oh, here they are. I was going to say, since I'm not allowed to show money on the show anymore because people are offended, we're going to just bet these instead. Hey, we could actually toss this instead of the Lucky Penny. Now that we got Sports Chat back. We got logo. The pick dogs are the same on both sides.
Never
Sports
lose.
Chat.
Never lose. Yeah. This one's heads.
These are nice. I've had these in a box in the closet for months. I took all my Sports Chat stuff and I put it in one of those bins. And I put it in the closet. Like everything was in there. I was like, will I need it or will I not need it? You know?
I think we didn't burn it all up.
I'll tell you what I could use is some new hats for Sports Chat. It's kind of like the structure on these is weird. So maybe we'll do Pick Dog shirts and Sports Chat hats again. Anyways, Rod, what do you got?
What else we got here? Creighton at Marquette. I like Marquette at home here. Give me Marquette.
You're foolish, man.
I'm foolish.
You're foolish and lack vision. You're gonna lay points. You're gonna give me 3 points on a team that's 7-3 in their last 10 and 5-4 on the road, 8-2 straight up in their last 10. I graciously accept your offer. I'll bet you 2 of these. Mitch, how much do you bet on each game? Well, I bet
I have a
5
Canadian nickel, the one with the beaver on it.
I get that question all the time. How much do you bet on each game? It's like, I wish I had an answer. You know, I wish I did.
It depends. It
totally
varies because you
depends.
kind of get
certain sports. I bet less than other sports. Like I typically I typically probably bet half or less on college basketball game than I would on a college football game. And maybe that's not such a smart thing. You know, maybe I should bet the same. You know, and I'm sure there's somebody here that's a lot smarter than us that's going to tell us exactly how to spend our money. But, you know, we always get people wanting to tell us how to spend our money and how stupid we are. I don't care, man. I'm betting on sports. Rod, what else we got besides this gem in Wisconsin with the Marquette Golden Eagles?
I like Marquette.
They are
Let's
6-4 in their last 10. 12
Yeah.
and 1 at home straight up. I just think that 3 points is a big number for this game. I think this game's a 1-point game. Either way.
We can get to 3 with a nice foul at the end and miss the useless 3.
That's what it's going to take, I believe.
Well, it is. That's what I think too. They can get the foul at the end and get the 4-point cover. Another one I'm looking at here: Kent State, Eastern Michigan. Eastern Michigan's 5-0 ATS the last 5, playing some good hoops. Kent State 3-7 in conference play. Give me Eastern Michigan +2 here in this game.
Interesting call there. There's some value. See, we don't just have Rod here just for the sex appeal. He actually does do some research as well. He's not just here for the chicks.
That's why I'm here.
Holy, what?
I got into sports betting for the women. So I always say that at the conferences I go to. I'm like, they're like, what are you? And I just don't feel like explaining what we do. So I tell them I'm a sports blogger. I'm a blogger, sports blogger. You know, it's just easier because these people are not. It's not. I don't go to like the betting conferences. I go to some of those, but like if I'm not at a betting conference, I go to like the blogging ones, the social media ones and stuff. It's like, what do you do? I'm a blogger. You know, sports blogger. Just easier. I say, yeah, I just got into it for the chicks, you know. But you know, once you get past the parties, the limo rides, you know, it's just like any other gig.
Except you're up at 4 in the morning.
So glamorous, man. So glamorous.
I know, right? 4 in the morning, and we're like, yeah. Anybody else up at 4 in the morning is
Like,
doing
it's,
little
people are
other
like,
things.
oh man, that must be so much fun. I'm like, yeah. It's like, you ever like tell like a million people to take one college football team, and it's like you do have a chance to win the game, and the kicker gets hurt, and they bring in the freshman walk on, you know, for a 35-yard field goal with a 28-mile-an-hour crosswind for the cover. Have you ever sat there and watched that? And then the other coach calls a couple timeouts to extend the agony.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's a great job.
That's what we live
I
for,
wouldn't.
though.
I honestly wouldn't. I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. I wouldn't. And that's what I'm telling this guy on Skype. I'm telling him exactly the same thing. I would not trade this for anything in the world.
It's that last second of the game rush.
I'm trying to look at who Eastern Michigan beat in that stretch. So there is the win over. There is the win over. They lost to Akron, but it was just by a point. So they were getting 12.5 in that one. That's really the big one. And then they beat Buffalo by 4. And they were getting 3.5 in that one. Rod Zwacky could be onto something here. It's so vexing. What else we got? Anything?
Give me the Gators at home. They've been looking pretty good.
I don't like the way
They've been,
Arkansas is playing. You know?
no, they've been just trash. They're not so good. Give me Gators here. I think they easily cover this number.
Terrible Arkansas. How about New Mexico at the Pit? Have you guys looked at this game at all? Nevada, New Mexico? I think this is an interesting one because Nevada, number one, Steve Alford's the coach, right? I mean, so there's the one minus. And then they're just 2-7 straight up on the road, and they are favored here. It was 2, it's down to 1. New Mexico hasn't been a cover machine at home, but they've been favorites the whole time. It's like when a team is 7-8 against the number at home, and they're 14-2 straight up. That just means they've been big favorites and haven't gotten it done. So it doesn't mean that they're not going to cover getting points at home. I don't think so, especially if Steve Alford's going to coach in that game, and he is. Just saying. I think these are things that I look at a lot. You know, these are things that I look at. Florida A&M lost, so it's like they don't suck. I suck. Let's get this straight. Anything else on the board, guys, that we should be looking at?
No, I think I'm good.
All right. All right. Well, I guess we'll just wrap it up then. Anyone think this NBA break is a little long? That maybe they should have started playing today or tomorrow instead of Thursday?
Yeah, I think they should have started tomorrow.
Yeah, I think at the latest.
Yeah.
Especially since they stopped. There's only 2 games last Thursday. I think a
What
5-day break is plenty, man.
What happened
Yeah.
with the NHL? They only did like a 1-day break, didn't they? And they came back on the Tuesday or something.
Well, I'll tell you what, man. The NHL, they would have those guys driving the Zamboni if they could, man. Those guys are slave drivers, man. They don't like to pay, and when they do, it's in Canadian money. It's
Exchange rate's better.
That's why a Canadian team hasn't won a cup in how long?
It's like
Even
remember Grant Fuhr? He turned down one deal and he took the other deal and ended up being less money because it was like Canadian money. The second deal, it was like, it's like no. Oh, so you're gonna offer? Don't insult me. It's like, I was actually at a minor league hockey game, and in Connecticut, many years ago when I was in college, and Grant Fuhr was on his rehab, and he was the goalie in the game, and I swear they had to stop the game about 10 times. People were throwing bags of baby powder onto the ice at him. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen. I mean, that's what the hockey crowds are. I've only been to probably, of NHL hockey games, maybe 20 to 25 games in my whole life. Like every other sport, I've been to a million games, but NHL, I've been to the fewest because I didn't grow up with it. We didn't have a team when I was growing up in Miami. But I've seen probably at those games, the fans get away with the craziest stuff. I went to a Florida Panthers game when I lived in when I had moved back from New York to Fort Lauderdale. I went to the Florida Panthers the year of the rat.
The year of the rat,
Yeah.
eh? Like a holy.
Remember the year of the rat?
Oh yeah, rats everywhere.
Yeah, they would throw the plastic rats onto the ice.
Some of those weren't plastic rats either.
No, I don't know. The game I was at was. It was fun though, the playoffs and everything. It was fun.
Well, because it originally started with a live rat. Well, he was dead, but it was a
right. It was
no
originally a
rat.
live rat that he hit.
Yeah, they were
against
trying
the
to
locker
equal
room
like
wall with the stick.
yeah,
And
they were trying to.
that's what happened there.
Yeah.
Speaking of rats, Chris.
How did I not know that was coming?
Let's do it.
All right. So we'll start on the ice. I like Philly minus 155 against Columbus. Pittsburgh minus 140 against Toronto. Buffalo minus 120 against Ottawa. Over 5.5 in the Montreal-Detroit game. St. Louis on the puck line against New Jersey. Nashville minus 123 against Carolina. And Winnipeg in regulation against LA at minus 110. College hoops like Akron minus 8.5 against Western Michigan. Buffalo minus 4.5 against Ball State. Ole Miss plus 1 against Missouri. Wisconsin minus 4 against Purdue. Dayton minus 3 against VCU. Kentucky plus 2.5 against LSU. Baylor minus 3.5 against Oklahoma. And Colorado State plus 1 against UNLV. My birdcage for college basketball, all on the money line. Kentucky, Colorado State, Ole Miss plus 776.
Okay. The very, very, very famous Rod Dwyer.
All right, here we go. We'll go with hockey first. Give me the Flyers to win in regulation. Even money. Sprinkle a little on the puck line there. I like Pittsburgh to win in regulation. plus 110 there. Uh, Give me the under in Montreal and Detroit, under 5.5. I like Ottawa over Buffalo. I like Carolina over Nashville. Give me the Devils plus 1.5. The Blues. And give me the Kings on the puck, or the Jets on the puck line over the Kings. My birdcage of the day in hockey is a three-way, all to win in regulation. Give me the Jets, Flyers, Pittsburgh, plus 769 on that. College hoops. Give me Kentucky plus 2, Akron minus 8, Davidson. I got a minus 11.5. It's now at like minus 12.5. I still like that. Give me Penn State minus 6.5. Give me Marquette minus the 3. I like Florida to cover the number, and I like Eastern Michigan plus 2. College birdcage. Give me Penn State minus 6.5. Eastern Michigan plus 2. Kentucky plus 2.
Okay, I'm back. I like Kentucky with these guys. This is outside of my premium picks. I like Kentucky with these guys. I like them on the money line. I think they beat LSU. I like um, I like Florida State a ton. I should have put them as a premium pick. Revenge is just such a big factor, and winning on the road is hard enough as it is. Playing a team that's that lost you early. Um, they've been thinking about this win for a long time. It's like, man, if we could just get another crack at Pitt, it's like, man, we could show everyone that Florida State's now ranked, eighth in the nation, and it's like they got a crack at their team that, like, really the other games that they lost, I think I wouldn't even consider those upsets. I think they were actually dogs in all of those games, but maybe in Virginia they weren't. I don't know, but they probably were. But I like Florida State a lot in that one too, outside of the premium picks. Probably New Mexico just to bet against Steve Alford. I have some big decisions to make. So these are the glasses I've been wearing to play golf. These sunglasses right here. These are the Maui Gym. They call them the Hokipa. All the Maui gyms are named after beaches in Hawaii. So this is in Maui. These are the Hokipas, and these are what I've been wearing for golf. But they're kind of like this sleek, modern hipster look. And then these are my regular sunglasses that I just like better. These are the Maui Gym Stingrays, and I think I'm just going to use these for golf from now on. I just like them better. These are the Hawaii edition. They only sell these in Hawaii. See that? It's got the Hawaii flag on it. So here for those watching that. And the inside. So just big decisions to make today. But I think I'm going to go with these from now on. I'm sick of these, man. These are like, I was all excited to buy these. It's just, in practice, I just hate them. But anyways, one thing that I really hate is Pitt today. I like Florida State a lot. And Kentucky. So I'm going to parlay those two together, throw in a little Dayton action at VCU just for giggles. Bring the guys back in. So I'm going to do a 3-team parlay here. Florida State, Kentucky money line, and Dayton. Well, they're prescription. These are like serious prescription glasses. I can't see like this far. I have like these glasses here. These are bifocals. I have so many glasses. I like never even wear them. I stopped wearing bifocals. Now I just have regular glasses and then like reading glasses, like where you can't see. It's like I'm like the old man. They give you the bill at the restaurant. I gotta take my readers out. It's like horrible. That's what happens when you're old and crappy.
Or the commercial where they bring you the big menu. Oh, you can't read the menu? We see it. They bring you this monster menu. It's like huge.
Or you pull up the little credit card size thing that's like the magnifying glass that you like run along the menu.
Anytime there's a menu that's more than like 4 or 5 pages, the answer is very simple. Just grilled cheese and French fries. It's very easy. Like it's like you see people. I don't know what to get. I just don't even say grilled cheese, French fries. And I'll tell you what, you can't go wrong. Tough to screw that one up. Grilled cheese, French. Would you like to? Did I? No. What type of cheese would you like? Kraft singles, if you got them.
Oh yeah.
All right. It's like
Yeah.
Kraft singles. No reason
Yeah.
no reason to overthink this one. We don't need a three
No.
cheese blend. We don't need a panini press. My wife will tell you, Carrie, when you go to a diner, right?
Yes.
And they have like 100 pages on the menu.
Yes.
What do you order?
Probably grilled cheese.
There it is. French fries and grilled cheese. There it is. That's like, no reason to overthink it. We didn't ask for tomato. Didn't ask for a 10 cheese blend. Yep. Didn't ask for it. Tomato soup. If you got it, matzo ball soup. Nice touch, but no reason to overthink this one. Anyways, on that note, I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's always fun, the show. Even when I'm crabby, it's fun. But we're out of the Monday. We're into Tuesday. And we're rolling. See you guys later on. We're talking about doing the night show, the first look. I got to figure this one out. But we'll find the time. Have a great day, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for all the thumbs up. I didn't beg, so just do it. Thanks.